welcome to my channel, Bow and Arrow Tarot. Today we're going to get right into the weekly reading for the sign of Taurus. This is going to be for February 1st to the 7th, the first full week of February. And before we get into it, just to let you all know, I'm giving away another tarot deck. All right, this is official. Starting with the official announcement in the beginning of the weeklies for February 1st to the 7th, I'm giving away an Island Time Wellness deck. Now, I have done an unboxing for this, and it is linked in the description. So please do check it out. This is my new Love Oracle deck that I bought on Etsy from the Island Time Wellness company, I guess, right? It's a small female-owned company. Creator owned. I believe she creates her decks, and they're really beautiful. And I'm going to be using this deck instead of my Romance Angel deck for a little while, giving that deck a break. And so if you are interested, please check out the unboxing video. And if you want to be in the running for this giveaway, all you have to do is be subscribed to my channel and leave me a comment letting me know you are interested in receiving the deck, or that you're interested in the current deck drawing. Now, further to that, I am also inviting you to follow me on my GoFundMe page. Check out my GoFundMe initiative, where I am trying to raise money for a massive 22 deck unboxing and review giveaway. I'd like to purchase a list of 22 tarot decks, which I will be unboxing, reviewing, and giving away. And my aim is to be able to give away anywhere from 2 to 4 decks a month over the next 6 months. These decks are really nice decks. They're all very unique, very different. Some are very expensive. And I think it'll be a nice series of unboxings, reviews, and certainly it'll be nice to give away several boxes or several decks each month to my viewers. Right, guys? All right, so let's get right into pulling out your Love Oracle for the week, Taurus. Abundance. So this week is full of abundance. All right, keeping a positive mindset. We have stabbed in the back. Ooh, that's very clear. Somebody stabbed you in the back, right? Somebody has hurt you. You know, there may be separation. There may be deception going on, right? And we have the Runner. Wow. So the Runner really talks about a person in a codependent relationship who's always running. They're always leaving. They're always getting out the relationship. Sometimes when you're with a runner, as soon as there's any intimacy, they leave, right? So we have abundance, stabbed in the back, and the Runner. And this is another reason why I love these oracle cards, because they indeed, they're so interesting. The messages on them are very, very interesting, and they really can go. They can be quite simple, or they can go quite deep depending on the accompanying cards that you're pulling. So let's pull out your animal spirits. And they really get to the heart of it. You know, the Runner, everybody knows that person who's just like, the second anything gets deep, they like run out the door, They're always worried about their ego. They're always fearing intimacy, This is probably someone who can, ghostlight you as a runner as well, oftentimes, All right, let's get right into it. We're going to pull out your animal spirits, Taurus, to see what extra energies you may or may not be dealing with. Animal spirits, of course, can also indicate people that you might be dealing with, or characteristics of individuals. So let's just see. Again, this is just one reading of many out there. So if it doesn't apply to you, just let it go. It's not for you. We have the Nightingale, air energy, Taurus. We have the Tarantula, fire energy, talking about crossroads, being at a crossroads in your life. Really strong animal spirit. I love the Tarantula. And then we have the Snake, earth energy. All right, let's just move these up just a little bit, so I have all the room for all the cards. All right, let's get right into those animal spirits for you so we can see what's going on. All right, the nightingale is beautiful air energy. Of course, it is associated with singers, right? People who have a talent for singing, a talent for oration or talking in front of audiences, right? Mentors, people who are sort of, I want to say, people who are motivational. That's the word I'm looking for. Motivational speakers, right? They can be people who resonate with nightingale energy. Anyone who has something to say that moves other people, that it sort of expresses their feelings, right? On the surface, of course, the nightingale is a very unremarkable bird. It's a very small, very plain-looking brown bird, but it's when it opens its mouth that it really can affect others. And so this is a very special energy, a special animal spirit to come in, and certainly indicates a time in your life where even if you aren't the greatest singer or what have you, you do have something really important that you're wanting to say. There's something on your mind, right? And it's important that you communicate it to the right people. Now, the tarantula is fire energy, and the tarantula talks about really being very, very sort of focused, attentive, careful, thoughtful. The tarantula is associated with, finding yourself at a crossroads in life and really having to make a decision. And so it is very, very important right now in your life, to really be paying attention to everything that is going on, to really be focused and paying attention to your feelings and, what's going on inside of you, what's going on around you, because you're at a point or you're at a place in your life path where the next decisions you make are going to really impact you for quite a long time. And so you want to be careful to make the right decisions. Now, the snake is earth energy, and the snake is absolutely associated with the potential that we have for creative expression. Right? The snake really comes into our lives. This animal spirit comes into our lives at a time when we're starting to recognize that, wow, I have a talent for this, or I have a talent for that, or suddenly there is a well of sort of potential there, right? Creative potential. You're starting to realize your potential. You're starting to see, wow, I have potential for this. I could possibly do this. I could possibly accomplish this. And this is going to be in the area of something that's very practical and very, very creative. So it'll be a very practical skill. It could be like realizing that suddenly you have a skill for painting, or suddenly you have a skill for something tactile, for music, or suddenly you have a skill for writing, or, there's some kind of skill that you have, even obscure skills, maybe whatever skill you have makes you a great geologist, or makes you a great biologist, or whatever the case may be. It's realizing your potential. It's a period of time in your life, Taurus, where you're realizing that you have the potential in a particular area or particular talent or skill for really, expressing yourself incredibly, right? For really manifesting some highly creative sort of accomplishments. You just have it, you're just starting to tap the potential of it all just now. So it's a real awakening feeling when a snake comes in. It's beautiful energy. All right, Taurus, let's get right into your reading. We're going to pull out about 3 forecasts for the week. These forecasts are intended to be separate outlooks for the week, so you may only resonate with one of them, right? They're meant to not necessarily be for the same Taurus. And again, just take what applies to you. I love those love oracle cards. They are just so interesting to me. Okay. Straight out, King of Cups, Chariot, and the World. Wow. All right, guys. So, just move this up a little bit. There we go. The King of Cups, some of you are coming in this week with King of Cups energy. That's what you're resonating with. And the King of Cups is really all about sort of going after what he wants in love. The King of Cups is very sort of stable in love. He's not fleeting. He's not looking outside the relationship. He knows who he wants, and he knows what kind of relationship he wants to have with them. And so it's interesting because it's like you come into the week very proactive about your relationship, right? Now, it could be a relationship you're in or a relationship that you're trying to bring in. But the King of Cups is absolutely the hunter, right? He's the one who certainly goes out and goes after his love connection. He's the one who wants that commitment as well. Not like the Knight of Cups, who's quite flighty, right? But the King of Cups wants that commitment. He wants to wife you, or husband you, as it were, right? He can also sometimes be very sort of obsessive, right? So sometimes he can be a little bit obsessive and a little bit possessive and jealous, but nevertheless, you're coming into the week with this real energy towards your love life, this real focus on a love connection, and you're met with the Chariot, which is a feeling interesting of a whole new stage opening up for you. It could be that you're being very intentional about calling in a soulmate or a love connection, and something this week kind of takes you down a whole different path. Because for the Chariot to come in for you, it's almost as if like something completely new happens, right? And it seems to be, I almost wonder if it's a bit of tarantula energy as well. Like suddenly, for some of you Taurus this week, some kind of event happens. And it's an event in your love life. It has something to do with your love life because it is sort of, the energy is sort of orientated towards your love outlook, since your King of Cups is what's showing up this week. And it could be a real sort of change, a real crossroads moment where suddenly something changes in your life. It's strong energy because by the end of the week, you are resonating with the world and it feels very destined and fated. Where you're at feels very destined and fated. It could very well be that there's some kind of major event that happens this week that takes you down a road where you meet someone, right? You either meet someone or something really, really dramatic changes about your love life, right? You either meet someone or somebody comes back to you, right? But it all comes, there is some kind of union that happens, strong commitment, strong connection that happens, but it happens as a result of a really big life change with that Chariot. Some of you may be moving for a job or what have you, or suddenly, an example could be if suddenly an offer comes in, and taking this offer will change your entire life, right? But you take the offer and then suddenly you meet like this incredible person. This person that you've been looking for or that you've been hoping to meet for a long time, or the type of person you've been hoping to meet for a long time. Because whatever happens this week, it absolutely affects your love outlook, since you are coming in as the King of Cups. Very interesting. If this happens for you this week, Taurus, definitely leave me a comment. I want to know what's going on. 6 of Swords, another 6 of Wands, and 3 of Swords. Damn. There's your, well, okay. That could be you're stabbed in the back and your runner. Let's see, 6 of Swords. Some of you are coming into this week and you're turning your back. You're like, yo, I'm gone. I'm leaving. And you're turning your back on strife and arguing. It could very well be that you have been dealing with somebody who really wasn't playing fairly. You may find out that, it's interesting because you are leaving, right? This is really interesting. You leave a situation, right? And you're leaving kind of this situation because obviously you're wanting to have a more harmonious life. 6 of Swords talks about sometimes even physically moving, maybe where you live or the town. But it's certainly turning your back on kind of an environment that has kept you really sort of unhappy and stressed out, and being very sort of intentional about saying, look, I don't want to be in this environment anymore. I'm moving towards much more positive things. And you actually, some of you are actually physically moving, right? It's not only just a mental decision you have, but you're actually moving. You come into the week and you're met with a victory. So you come into the week in the sense that whatever happens to you this week causes a real victory for you as well to happen. And it feels like this entire decision was very much vindicated, right? And then by the end of the week, you round off with the 3 of Swords, which is a real feeling of having been stabbed in the back. It's a real feeling of somebody having really lied to you, right, in some kind of way. Now, I feel like this. I feel like the reason why you're leaving here, right, is not the same reason that you're feeling the Three of Swords. I think the situation, and this is why this is interesting, Taurus. I think some of you, Taurus, are in a situation that's really messed up, right? It's already a toxic relationship, right? And this is my example. It's already a toxic relationship. You already can't talk to them maybe, or just interacting with them is all effed up and messed up, and you're just sick of all the fights. So you decide to leave, right? You decide to really take this moment. Maybe it's a tarantula moment, a crossroads moment. You may have been resonating with Nightingale energy and really sort of told them about themselves and let go of some steam and really got something off your chest that was important to you. And you leave. Then this week, what comes in this week, it's like almost like you get this victory moment because events then happen this week that really kind of reaffirm your decision to leave. Leaving means you might, as a result of leaving, you might suddenly find yourself in a position where you get the new job you've always wanted, or some other amazing opportunity comes in for you. And it comes in such a way that it's almost like, if I hadn't left, this opportunity would have never came in. So not only do you leave and feel good about it, but you feel a sense of victory because now also the universe is giving you reaffirmation by bringing you opportunities, bringing you, new doors to open, and already you're doing better. Already you're enjoying yourself and you're enjoying your life. Already things are much more harmonious because 6 is the number for working towards harmony. You have 2 6s here. And 2 of the nicest 6s, 6 of Swords and Wands, are both very sort of forward progressive energies. So you have this week, you leave, you have this great week, and then you find out by the end of the week, you find out even more information about this connection that you may not have known before. As a result of leaving, you may also then find out that on top of this person being really toxic, it turns out that they were cheating on you the whole time, or it turns out that they were lying to you about something else. Because a lot of times 3 of Swords is interpreted as third-party energy, but the real essence of 3 of Swords is simply deceit. It's deceit, and it's when somebody lies to you, somebody is dishonest, somebody sort of plays you almost for a fool. Sometimes, insults your intelligence, plays on your sort of feelings for them. And a lot of times, it's a real blow to our ego, which is why it's a sword card, not a cup card. Although it's oftentimes, a lot of times people naturally interpret it as a cup card because of the heart, I guess, I don't know. But third-party energy is just a symptom of 3 of Swords. At the heart of 3 of Swords, it's when your bond with somebody has been broken, your loyalty, your trust. And so it's interesting because you leave because they're so toxic, but you find out later that not only were they toxic, but they actually really just sort of, they really stabbed you in the back because they did something else that actually broke the bond. When you were leaving, you may have still believed that they were loyal to you. You may have even believed that you guys still had a bond, but you just couldn't be with them because being with them was so awful, or the relationship was so toxic. Didn't necessarily mean that you didn't, it didn't necessarily mean that you ever thought they were cheating on you, or it didn't necessarily mean that you thought that they would break that bond with you. It's just you left for other reasons. By the end of the week, you find out that on top of everything, they did break that bond. They were distrustful, and it really rocks your world in a lot of ways, Taurus. Even though you left, even though you were happy with leaving, and even though you've had a victory in leaving, you do round the week off with a real sort of really sick feeling in your stomach because you find out also that this person really did you even dirtier than you initially thought. This is going to be your last spread. 4 of Wands, Queen of Wands, and a 7 of Pentacles. So 4 of Wands, some of you are coming into this week with a new relationship, right? 4 of Wands is Venus and Aries energy. It's a new relationship coming into your life that oftentimes starts off very quickly as a twin flame journey, as a soulmate connection, because the nature of the way the people come together. 4 of Wands is when 2 people come together in a very stable way. They both have the same intention. They both have the same focus. They both have the same desire for their lives. And so when they come together through love, when they love each other and they are attracted to each other, and also they have that same sort of mindset or mentality, it is immediately sort of a perfect match. It's the type of match that can stand the test of time. It's a type of match that very instantly starts off on a good sort of footing and a healthy footing and a healthy relationship, and sort of we're off, you know. And so Four of Wands is this energy you're coming into the week with. So some of you are starting something new, a new relationship. It's either happened or it's about to happen. And you're met with a Queen of Wands, which is quite interesting. Queen of Wands could represent the new person coming into your life. It could be that this person that you have this new relationship with, it all kind of happens this week. But certainly I feel like the Queen of Wands comes into you this week, you know. Now, if it isn't the person you're in love with, because part of me wonders, you know, that it isn't. It could just certainly be somebody else in your life coming in this week who just wants you to, they're more of a mentor or a help or a friend, right? It could be like a relative that you're really close to, like a one relative, or just someone that you really look up to, or someone that you really can talk to. They're really a good friend of yours, Taurus. And you know, the Queen of Wands is very wise. She's been through a lot. You know, the Queen of Wands is really, really tough. And she's been through a lot. And I think this energy is coming into you this week in some kind of way to make sure that you are staying tough, or that you are remaining focused. Because it could be, Taurus, that this Four of Wands has got you all giddy, you know, and excited. Because I really strongly don't feel, and you know, intuitively, that the Queen of Wands is your love connection, but rather someone to come in to help you keep yourself grounded, because this Four of Wands feels so good and feels so perfect for you right now. And you want to make sure to stay grounded at this time. You round your week off with a Seven of Pentacles, which is all about reevaluating sort of your, you know, your work, your career, your business, your progress in life, you know, how you survive, you know, how you live. Reevaluating all of the work that you're putting into that part of your life, and really basically checking to see, like, are you happy? You know, it's like, it almost feels to me, Taurus, like you meet somebody new, you're starting this really nice, lovely new relationship, and everything is fine there. So that isn't really factoring huge on this forecast, but more that, you know, you may be speaking to a good friend and they say, yeah, okay, well, you're in love now, but look, you know, what are you going to do? Like, can your job handle, you know, this connection? Are you happy with your job? Like, now that you've met somebody, you know, you might want to take some vacations. You know, are you able to do that with the lifestyle that you have now, or whatever the case may be? It almost seems to, it's like, because you're in this new relationship, there seems to be some focus that comes in this week on your ability to sort of support yourself, your career, your business, or what have you, in that area of your life, right? And certainly very much this feeling of like, okay, well, is it enough? I mean, if you meet somebody and you really love them and you think ahead, maybe if you're a young person, you're thinking ahead of getting married and having children, of course you start to reevaluate, you know, where am I at now? Am I going to be able to afford that? You know, can I afford having a relationship? You know, relationships, sometimes it costs money to be in a relationship. You know, if you're going to go out on dates, you want to spend time together, you want to, you know, you want to have a full relationship. Sometimes, you know, if you don't have the right level of financial stability, it can be tough. So certainly this is all sort of being impacted, and it's something that you're thinking about this week. All right, Taurus, I'm going to leave it at that. This is your reading, your weekly outlook for February 1st to the 7th. Don't forget, I'm giving away the Island Time Wellness Love Oracle deck. Don't forget to check out my GoFundMe page. Check out the links at the top of your screen if you want to get a private reading, or if you want to get a recorded tarot answer to one of your questions. Check it all out in the description. Everything is there. Links to your other videos, links to the unboxing videos, links to the Etsy page to buy this deck. Everything you need to know is in the description. And if you enjoyed this, please like, subscribe, and share. And I will see you next week, Taurus, for your weekly. Bye-bye now.